Canada bought into a persistent rumor. A coworker repeated the story on a lunch break, your uncle stated it as fact at the dinner table, and strangers swear by it online every day. As numerous fact-checking articles point out, the claim states that McDonald's purchased Tim Hortons' old coffee recipe to explain the identical taste. According to official statements from Tim Hortons and various news reports, none of that ever happened. The real answer twists into something far stranger, leaving you to question what hides behind the counter before you grab a cup of either. If coffee secrets and fast food histories appeal to you, consider subscribing for more content like this. Somewhere along the way, a rumor took hold that corporate owners bought our favorite brand, quality dropped, and McDonald's stepped in to save the day. The story suggests that when new owners arrived and started slicing budgets, they sold off that original coffee formula. Rivals bought it, brewed it, and now that double-double taste lives exclusively inside a Big Mac combo meal. It sounds flawless and easy to believe, spreading quickly across barbecues and break rooms from coast to coast. People repeat it daily with no questions asked. But that convenient narrative is pure fiction. Corporations do not just hand over the keys to their empire while shaking hands in the boardroom, and the answer to how this story survives hides behind closed doors. The original blend formula emerged in 1964 and remained a closely guarded corporate secret for 60 years through ownership shifts, franchise expansions, and passing beverage trends. Only 3 people alive know the precise ingredients, and executives guard this information, refusing to license or surrender a single detail to anyone. Giving a direct rival the core asset of an entire empire is terrible business strategy, and no business operates that way. When loyal customers sip a McCafé and swear they taste the ghost of classic Timmy's, they leap to a flawed conclusion. The secret is not a piece of paper, and while the recipe stayed firmly in place, something much larger vanished. Almost nobody mentions Mother Parkers when debating breakfast routines, which is surprising because this silent giant engineered our national morning flavor profile for decades. Based in Mississauga, Ontario, they operate as an unseen industrial titan. For years, this facility roasted the beans pouring out of those red cups, acting as an invisible partner right behind the counter every morning when commuters lined up for their caffeine fix. The roast profile, the precise blend balance, and the distinct sensory experience permanently burn themselves into the memories of an entire generation as the definitive taste of proper morning fuel. Roasting expertise separates a great pour from hot brown water, showing that master technicians operating the machines matter just as much as the brand owning the trademarked paper formula. In 2001, Tim Hortons altered Canadian coffee when they constructed an exclusive roasting facility with their own machines for a start-to-finish operation. Corporate executives aim to control their entire supply chain, eliminate the middleman, and maximize profit, which drastically reduced their reliance on Mother Parkers. The partnership that defined their coffee for years ended, but Tim Hortons maintained their own strict proprietary standards when they seized control of their roasting. They followed their own recipe and fired up new equipment led by experienced professionals, though longtime customers instantly sensed a shift. It was not an overnight overhaul, but something felt undeniably off in the cup, and that tiny shift in taste is the birthplace of this entire rumor. McDonald's Canada sourced coffee from Mother Parkers since the 1990s, a detail that barely registers in the conversation. While Tim Hortons crowned itself Canada's coffee king, Mother Parkers supplied McDonald's in the background when nobody bragged about sipping a McDonald's brew. When Tim Hortons started roasting its own coffee in 2001, they kept Mother Parkers as an overflow supplier until around 2014, and that is when this roasting giant suddenly secured the runway to forge a far more ambitious partnership. McDonald's pounced on the opening to engineer something undeniably superior, which changes everything. As confirmed by corporate statements, McDonald's did not purchase Tim Hortons' recipe, but rather partnered with Tim Hortons' discarded roaster in an act of pure opportunistic genius. McDonald's collaborated intimately with Mother Parkers to launch the McCafé line through a deliberate, calculated strategy to challenge Tim Hortons directly by utilizing the very supplier their rival had abandoned. Mother Parkers already mastered the art of roasting coffee that Canadians craved after decades of unseen labor. And when McDonald's approached them with massive supply contracts, they delivered an exceptional product. The resulting brew hit completely unlike anything McDonald's had ever poured out of a drive-through window, tasting smoother, more consistent, and better balanced. Canadian coffee drinkers took one sip, experiencing an immediate reaction to a familiar taste reminiscent of the pre-2009 era. That reaction was pure taste memory, sparked by the same master roaster, with both chains simply charting opposing paths regarding how to utilize them. Citizens consumed one specific brew their entire lives, embedding that distinct flavor profile into their daily habits as the gold standard of morning routines. When production began shifting in-house after 2009, that familiar daily cup changed just enough to trigger a subconscious alarm bell for millions of loyalists who noticed something felt slightly off. Then McCafé launched, armed with that abandoned roasting expertise, and suddenly that comforting warmth returned inside a Golden Arches cup. Human nature immediately connected the dots, assuming the old flavor returned because paperwork traded hands in a boardroom deal. But that is entirely false. Our collective memory latched onto the easiest explanation because corporate supply chain logistics rarely generate compelling gossip, and people desperately want a villain. The truth reveals a masterclass in opportunistic business strategy, where a forgotten supplier quietly rebuilt a rival empire from the ground up without stealing a single document, as your taste buds simply recognized the invisible hand pouring the coffee. If you found this video interesting, please like and subscribe, as more food history content drops regularly. The supposed coffee heist is a total illusion, with the original blend document remaining untouched by rival hands. McDonald's outplayed the competition by embracing the identical, world-class supplier their biggest rival discarded, applying their unmatched roasting mastery to a new partnership. This proves that execution matters infinitely more than a trademarked piece of paper, involving no espionage or backroom deal, just brilliant timing. One corporation walked away from an established partnership, and another built an empire on the leftovers, showing how a single, overlooked reality dismantles a 20-year myth with absolute authority.